The United States, land of opportunity, home of the brave, a place where dreams are said to come true, and most importantly, the birthplace of the American dream, a dream that promises prosperity and success to all. It's the idea that anyone, no matter where they come from, can make it big. From immigrants starting new lives to entrepreneurs building empires. Work hard, play by the rules, and anything can be achieved. It's a beautiful idea, one that has inspired generations. But here's the thing about dreams, they're not always reality. Sometimes they remain just that, dreams. For many, the dream feels more like a distant promise than an achievable goal. The reality of life can be harsh and unforgiving. The gap between the haves and the have-nots is wider than ever. The disparity is glaring and growing. Billionaires are launching themselves into space while millions struggle to put food on the table. So, what happened? How did it get here? Did too much freedom lead society astray? Did the pursuit of individual success overshadow the collective well-being? Did the focus on individual liberty overshadow the collective good? The balance seems to have tipped. It's a question worth asking, a question that demands reflection and action. Because the American dream shouldn't be a lottery ticket. It should be a promise, a guarantee for everyone. It should be a guarantee, a collective effort to ensure that everyone has a fair shot at success. Let's dive into the heart of the matter and see how issues like gender equality, education, healthcare, and even military service play into this grand American experiment. Together, society can redefine the dream and make it a reality for all. Symbols are cherished, the bald eagle soaring high, the Statue of Liberty welcoming the world, the American flag waving proudly. They represent freedom, opportunity, and unity. But symbols are just that, symbols. They're only as powerful as the meaning given to them. And for many, those symbols ring a little hollow these days. Take the American flag, for example. It stands for unity, yet society is more divided than ever. It represents freedom, yet millions are trapped in poverty, lacking access to basic necessities like healthcare and education. The American dream isn't about empty symbols. It's about real opportunities, real equality, and a real shot at a better life for everyone. It's time to stop waving the flag of complacency and start living up to the ideals it represents. Let's talk about gender equality. It's a topic that has been at the forefront of social change for decades, and it's more relevant now than ever. For centuries, women have been fighting for their rightful place at the table. They've faced countless obstacles, and yet, they have never given up. From suffrage to the fight for equal pay, they've marched, protested, and raised their voices to be heard. These brave women paved the way for future generations. And guess what? They've made progress. Significant strides have been achieved, but the journey is far from complete. Women are now a major force in the workforce, in politics, and in every aspect of life. They are CEOs, senators, and innovators, breaking barriers every day. But let's be clear, the fight is far from over. There are still many challenges that need to be addressed. The gender pay gap still exists. Women, on average, earn less than men for the same work, and this disparity is even greater for women of color. Women are still underrepresented in leadership positions. Despite their qualifications and capabilities, they often face barriers that prevent them from reaching the top. And issues like reproductive rights are constantly under attack. The ability to make decisions about one's own body is a fundamental right that must be protected. The fight for gender equality is not just a women's issue. It's a societal issue. It affects everyone, and everyone has a role to play in achieving true equality. When women succeed, society succeeds, period. Their success drives economic growth, innovation, and a more just society. It's time to break down the remaining barriers and create a society where everyone, regardless of gender, has the opportunity to thrive. Together, this vision can become a reality. Education is often hailed as the great equalizer. It's the key that unlocks the door to opportunity. But here's the problem. That door isn't open wide enough for everyone. Some of the best universities in the world come with a hefty price tag. Millions of students are drowning in student loan debt, and many more can't even afford to dream of a college degree. Inequalities within the K-12 system often leave children in low-income neighborhoods with fewer resources and opportunities. Investment in children is crucial, as they are the future. This means providing quality education for all, regardless of zip code or income level. It's time to ensure every child has a fair shot at success. Section 5. Healthcare, a human right, not a privilege. The topic of healthcare, or rather the lack thereof for far too many individuals, is crucial. In one of the wealthiest countries in the world, it's absurd that people have to choose between putting food on the table and going to the doctor. The current system prioritizes profits over people, where medical bills can bankrupt families and prevent individuals from seeking the care they desperately need. This isn't just a moral issue, it's an economic one. A healthy workforce is a productive workforce. It's time to stop treating healthcare like a luxury and start treating it like the human right it is. Everyone deserves access to quality, affordable healthcare. It's time to get priorities straight. Section 6. From boot camp to battlefield, equality in uniform. The military, a symbol of strength, courage, and, increasingly, diversity. It represents a microcosm of society, where people from various backgrounds come together for a common cause. Men and women from all walks of life putting their lives on the line to protect the country. They bring with them unique experiences and perspectives, enriching the fabric of the armed forces. It's a testament to the ideal of equality. Regardless of rank or role, every soldier stands shoulder to shoulder, united by a shared mission and mutual respect. But even here, in the face of danger, inequalities persist. Female soldiers often face additional challenges, from proving their capabilities to overcoming deeply ingrained biases. Discrimination based on gender identity and sexual orientation has no place in a just society, let alone in the armed forces. LGBTQ+ soldiers continue to demonstrate resilience and unity, despite the obstacles they face. It is essential to ensure that those who serve the country are treated with respect and dignity, regardless of who they are or whom they love. This support is crucial for maintaining morale and cohesion within the ranks. True patriotism means fighting for the rights of all individuals, both on the battlefield and off. It involves standing up for justice and equality in every aspect of life, including within military institutions. It's time to make sure the military reflects the values of equality and justice that it is sworn to protect. By embracing diversity and fostering an inclusive environment, a stronger, more united force can be built. Section 7. The American Dream, through the eyes of experts. Now, just a person behind a desk, so let's hear what the experts have to say. Nobel laureate economist Joseph Stiglitz argues that income inequality is stifling the American dream. He says, and I quote, "The American dream is unraveling, and it's not just economists who are sounding the alarm." Civil rights activist Michelle Alexander writes in her book The New Jim Crow that mass incarceration has created a new caste system disproportionately impacting communities of color. These are just a few voices among many who are urging society to confront the uncomfortable truths about the state of the American dream. It's time to listen. Section 8. The unfinished business of equality. Progress has been made, no doubt, but it's important not to pat oneself on the back too hard just yet. The fight for equality is far from over. There is still work to be done. Systemic racism continues to permeate institutions, from the criminal justice system to the housing market. The LGBTQ+ community still faces discrimination and prejudice, and people with disabilities are often marginalized and denied equal opportunities. The dream of equality can't fully be realized until every single individual has an equal opportunity to achieve it. It's necessary to dismantle the systems of oppression and create a society where everyone has the chance to thrive. Section 9. The Price of Freedom, a Balancing Act. Now, some folks might say, hold on a minute, all this talk about equality sounds like an attempt to take away freedom. But here's the thing, true freedom doesn't mean freedom for some at the expense of others. It means freedom and opportunity for all. Think of it like this. A society can't be truly free if half the population is held back by discrimination and inequality. It's like trying to run a race with one leg tied behind the back. There needs to be a balance between individual liberty and collective responsibility. Because the truth is, freedoms are interconnected. One's freedom to succeed is limited if a neighbor is denied the same opportunity. Section 10. The American Dream alive, kicking, and still evolving. So, is the American dream dead? Hell no. It's bruised, battered, and in need of some serious TLC, but it's still there. It's the spirit of resilience that drives the nation. It's the hope that keeps the people going. The American dream isn't a static thing, it's constantly evolving, shaped by the struggles and triumphs of each generation. It's up to the people to define what the American dream means for their time. There's the power to create a more just and equitable society, a society where the American dream is within reach for everyone. It's time to roll up the sleeves and get to work. Section 11, a call to action, keep the dream alive. The American dream isn't something that's handed down from on high. It's something that must be fought for, every single day. It's about demanding better from leaders, holding them accountable for their promises. It's about engaging in communities, speaking out against injustice, and fighting for the rights of all individuals. It's about recognizing that everyone is in this together. The American dream is a work in progress, a journey, not a destination. It's up to each and every person to keep that dream alive. So let's get to work.